Well, the buck stops here for this week's Northwoods adventure. Shane Lee speaks with hunters at the Camp Ripley archery hunt this past weekend.
For nearly 60 years, the Camp Ripley archery hunt has been one of the largest hunting events in Minnesota.
I've been coming here since I was 12 years old.
Scot Brenny was one of about 2,300 hunters at Camp Ripley this past weekend. The group harvested 220 deer over the two-day period. Brenny found his spot after sighting a deer path on the side of the road.
Basically been seeing them right alongside the roadside, going in, and just found my way in and seen fresh sign and put up a stand.
Brenny has shot 6 deer in about 25 trips to Camp Ripley. A friend told him 3 deer were seen in his area before Brenny arrived Saturday.
Looks good so far, and ready to set up and ready to go for tonight.
One person who did not need Brenny's patience was Lonny Hutchins, who bagged a 219-pound buck at 8 in the morning.
I got a chance to see him for about maybe 10 seconds, and the doe ran underneath me and he came right behind her.
Hutchins only had to wait about 40 minutes for his big chance. Once he shot his buck, it fell into the swamp. So the most challenging part for Hutchins was retrieving the buck rather than shooting it.
I had 3 other guys helping with me, a lot of help. I wouldn't have been able to do it without them, that's for sure.
The event provided fun for the hunters and valuable field experience for natural resource students. Central Lakes College students measured the deer's weight, antler diameter, and teeth, specifically the third premolar.
If it ends up being a tricuspid, that means it's a yearling. And then if it ends up being a bicuspid, that means it's over a yearling for sure, possibly 2 or 3 years if it's worn down enough.
Wildlife supervisors use the information to determine the health of the deer herd and whether hunting restrictions should increase, decrease, or stay the same. Carefully managing a herd is important for people and the environment.
The negative impacts of dense deer herds are well documented, both in terms of their impact to humans on depredation of crops, deer vehicle collisions, but also negative consequences on habitat quality.
Hunters are happy to do their part for a stable environment, fewer deer collisions on roads, and bragging rights.
Definitely something I'll never forget. I mean, it was awesome. That's about all I can say.
Hutchins can let the buck do the talking for him. Shane Lee, Lakeland News.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.